A world dominated by women and ruled by the Amazons, Earth 11 is the gender-reversed world of DC. Historically, the Amazons of Themyscira ruled the whole world of Earth 11 and imposed their law. They changed it permanently, and their influence is reflected on every technology, philosophies, culture, and way of living that pushed generations of women to take the lead in creating the future. Welcome to DCNES, and today let's see the female versions of our favorite heroes and see how creative DC writers were for Earth 11. There are two versions of Earth 11. The first one is the Countdown version published during the Countdown story arc in 2008, but first seen in 2005's Superman/Batman series. And the second version is the New 52 version first seen in the Multiversity series, published in 2015. Earth 11 in the New 52 version is a matriarchal Greco-Amazonian society. They call the planet Earth Gaia and the universe as Pan-Cosmos. In Earth 11, the Amazons of old were said to have led the world into prosperity, leading to a more prominent position of women on this universe. As part of their ancient Amazons, a Wonder Woman also existed in the past. In the Pan-Cosmos of Earth 11, the matriarchs of planet Gaia made first contact with the Zamaron civilization of Oa. In Oa, gender boundaries are polarized as male Oans reject emotions and intimacy in favor of hard logic and celibacy. Despite that, the women of Oa prospered and established the Star Sapphire sorority to proliferate the law of love and peace among the stars. In response, the old authoritarian immortals established themselves as the patrons of the Pan-Cosmos and appointed missionary chosen son on every planet they can reach. The appointed chosen sons were then called the Green Lantern Patrolmen, who embodied the outdated ideals of the patrons, such as the belief in innate superiority of men and the weakness of emotions. In their patrol, they instilled a desire for expansion, conquest, and battle. Thus, the Guardians of Oa in Earth 0 are called patrons of the Pan-Cosmos in Earth 11. The Green Lantern Corps are called the Green Lantern Patrolmen in Earth 11. The Star Sapphire Corps in Earth 0, who are usually angry, are called Star Sapphire Sorority in Earth 11 and are peace-loving, and the Justice League is called the Justice Guild. Remarkably, for the residents of Earth 11 is Earth 0, and Earth 0 is Earth 11. The famous book, Don Quixote, is Donna Quixote in Earth 11. The Justice Guild's orbiting space station is called the Sanctuary, and it is 22,300 miles above Earth. The Guild's rocket is called the Sphere. It has the capability of teleporting anyone back to the ship in seconds if ever things go sideways. Now let's see the residents of Earth 11. First is the amazing Aquawoman. Ariel Curry, aka Aquawoman, is the Queen of Atlantis from Earth 11. She is the leader of the Justice Guild in Earth 11 and a founding member of the Justice Incarnate. Eventually, Aquawoman became second in command of the Justice League Incarnate. Ariel is a daughter of a lighthouse keeper and an Atlantean king, and she is the bridge between the surface world and her turbulent realm of the sea. Like most Atlanteans, Ariel has Atlantean hybridized physiology. Atlanteans are commonly an offshoot version of Homo sapiens who are biologically adapted to the deep ocean environment. This means they can breathe underwater, have amphibian capabilities, swim really fast, endure the pressures of the deep, and can only spend a very limited time out of water. This Aquawoman also has aquatic telepathy, superhuman stamina, and outstanding strength and durability. Aquawoman can also leap at great extents where she uses her powerful bodily muscles to launch herself into the air, and she also has remarkable leadership skills. Her main weapon is a trident known as Aquawoman's Staff that is capable of controlling bolts of lightning. According to herself, the Sea Queen is the strongest native life form on Earth 11. She is also the mentor to Aquagirl of the Team Justice. Her main weakness is water deprivation, that she will become weak if far from water at prolonged periods of time. When the Gentry destroyed Earth 7 and took the Monitor, Thunderer of Earth 7 used the Monitor machines to gather the greatest heroes of the multiverse, and this included Aquawoman of Earth 11. Aquawoman volunteered to aid in the battle against the Gentry and rescue Nyx Watson, the last Monitor. With instructions from Harbinger while aboard the Ultima Thule, they went to Earth 7 but accidentally arrived in Earth 8, where they battled the Retaliators. Nevertheless, they found the corrupted Nyx Uwatan, who immediately proceeded in destroying Earth 8. During the battle on Earth 8, Aquawoman was at a serious disadvantage due to the lack of water. So, Thunderer, the storm god of Earth 7, helped her by bringing down the whole sky for her. Aquawoman found her strength from the rain and lightning, charged her staff, then proceeded in attacking the corrupted Nyx Uwatan. Her force and bioelectric field was very strong that the corrupted monitor lost his balance and lost his grip of his evil Rubik's Cube. She then leaped and punctured the right eye of Nyx Uwatan. However, Nyx Uwatan still managed to struck her, and she fell and lost her trident. The heroes won the battle in Earth 8, but they soon found themselves standing in Earth 7 and saw the Gentry. The Empty Hand transported them back to the House of Heroes, where President Superman decided to create a team of multiversal protectors, and they were called the Justice Incarnate. With Mary Marvel of Earth 5, Captain Carrot of Earth 26, Atomic Batman of Earth 17, Machine Head of Earth 8, Aquawoman of Earth 11, President Superman of Earth 23, Thunderer of Earth 7, Abinsur, the Green Lantern of Earth 20, and Red Racer of Earth 36. Their purpose is to protect the various Earths and to help Harbinger in protecting realities against multiversal threats. Aquawoman and the Justice Incarnate would soon help New Earth Superman and Red Sun Superman from Earth 30 in rescuing the kidnapped Superman of the multiverse and fight Prophecy. They explained to New Earth Superman that their team consists of interdimensional cops who keep law and order between all Earths. Seeing that the Prophecy has been successful in obtaining the Superman and killing the different Justice Leagues in different Earths, the team then went to Earth 13 to convince Super Demon to join them. In Earth 13, Aquawoman fought Jared Stevens, the fate of Earth 13. They also went to Earth 10 to convince the Nazi Superman, then to Earth 12 to talk to Superman Beyond. They also went to Earth 18 to get help from Saganawana, aka Super Chief, and to many others as well. They were successful in recruiting many Supermen to help them. With Red Razor's sacrifice, the multiversal Superman defeated Prophecy and rescued the missing Superman. Later, the Justice Incarnate would build an interdimensional prison in the House of Heroes for multiversal criminals like the Dreadfuls. When the House of Heroes were attacked by Darkseid's army while President Superman's team was away, Aquawoman took the lead of the Justice Incarnate and fought them all. Orion helped, but he needed Aquawoman's approval to connect his astro harness to the monitor machines of the house to allow it to move through the bleed. With her approval, Dinocop of Earth 41 initiated the connection. When they were about to move the House of Heroes, the Batwoman who laughs suddenly appeared out of nowhere and attacked Orion. Soon, a battle proceeded in the House of Heroes between the Justice Incarnate and the army of Darkseid, together with Batwoman who laughs. In desperation, Dinocop activated the self-destruct sequence. The House of Heroes crashed in Earth 7. Batwoman who laughs and the army of Darkseid left, and the members of the Justice Incarnate survived. However, they didn't know that Earth 7 has already become the Oblivion Machine created by the Gentry, so Aquawoman and her team were soon possessed by the darkness. They then proceeded in fighting President Superman's team, who also arrived in Earth 7 following the Gentry. Providentially, Dr. Multiverse had the power to convert them back to their normal selves. When Batman from the Flashpoint timeline was kidnapped, then arrived in Earth 23, parts of his ship were blown out into different Earths. One big part was in Earth 22, and Aquawoman and the Justice Incarnate investigated on it, but they were attacked by Magog. The team would then touch his part of the ship by feeling its vibration to know if they came from one of their Earths. However, it seemed that the ship vibrated towards President Superman's reality, which is Earth 23. Soon they would find out that Machine Head of Earth 8 has betrayed them, as he had joined the Injustice Incarnate and blasted them, and his multiversal villainous team chained them down. Black Lantern Roy Harper freed them all, and the combined forces of the Justice Incarnate and the Justice Society of America would soon fight Darkseid. And so the battle between the Injustice Incarnate and the Justice Incarnate and the Justice Society of America continued in Earth Omega, with Darkseid awaiting for Flash to crack the multiverse. However, a gigantic explosion from the center of the cracks destroyed Darkseid's energy chains and deactivated the Black Lantern ring. Disappointed, Darkseid transported all the heroes and villains back to where they all came from. Later, Darkseid was possessed by the Great Darkness together with Neron, Necron, Ares, Doomsday, Eclipso, the Empty Hand, and Pariah. The Justice Incarnate sought the help of the Justice League of Prime Earth to battle the Great Darkness as they moved to possess the Bleed. However, while they were all in the House of Heroes, the Dark Army attacked. An extremely powerful and epic battle for the multiverse ensued. Aquawoman and Aquaman of Prime Earth battled the possessed Doomsday. Superman and President Superman from Earth 23 fought Darkseid. Thunderer of Earth 7 and Martian Manhunter fought Eclipso. Batman and Green Lantern fought Necron. Black Canary and Avery Ho fought Neron. Wonder Woman and Dr. Multiverse of Earth 8 battled Ares. Zatanna and Captain Carrot from Earth 26 fought the Upside Down Man. And Black Adam and Hawkgirl battled the Empty Hand. When the Dark Army started to weaken, Pariah disintegrated everyone. In the Dark Crisis story arc, Aquawoman and the Justice Incarnate were seen in the abandoned House of Heroes to be possessed by the darkness with chains encircling their bodies. Aquawoman fought the Red Canary. Fortunately, Dr. Light was powerful enough to remove the darkness and bring them back to their normal selves. Damian then convinced them to fight the Dark Crisis. Later, Aquawoman and the Justice Incarnate joined the battle in the ruins of the Hall of Justice in Earth Zero. In the end, they went back with Harbinger to guard the multiverse. In the countdown version of Earth 11, Aquawoman is named Anna Curry, and she helped the Justice League in the battle against the male Amazons. She and her army secured the harbors and became the first line of defense against Wonder Man's army. Next is Batwoman. Catherine Kane is the vigilante known as Batwoman. She is a former member of the Earth 11's Justice Guild and was later corrupted by the Joker Venom and became the Batwoman who laughs. When she was younger, an unknown maternal figure convinced her to become the Batwoman. She would later become a famous superhero together with Superwoman. The duo Batwoman and Superwoman are known as the world's finest in Earth 11. Her main arch-nemesis is the Joker of Earth 11, and her daughter is Talia Kane, the Robin of Earth 11. Aside from her work at Gotham, she helps Sister Terrific in keeping the peace at Harmonia. At one point, Batwoman and the Justice Guild were possessed by Starrla, the Starro version of Earth 11. After years of brutal encounters, Batwoman grabbed the Joker and broke her neck. Unbeknownst to the hero though, the Joker exhaled a toxin contained in her heart which infected anyone close to her if she died. After being exposed to the altered laughing toxin, Catherine became possessed with the Joker's craziness and uncontrollable laughter. Slowly, this transformed Batwoman into a version of the Joker and then became the Batwoman who laughs. Unlike the original Batman who laughs, she is not a creature of the Dark Multiverse, but the actual Catherine Kane of Earth 11, indicating that the multiverse at that time was being corrupted by the Great Darkness, the main enemy of the Justice Incarnate. She also has a visor similar to the original Batman who laughs of Earth -22. Before the beginning of the Dark Crisis, some members of the Justice Incarnate were following Darkseid to obtain the crack in the multiverse. They located Darkseid in Limbo at the edge of the multiverse fighting Asmodel. Dr. Multiverse of Earth 8 spots the crack and the heroes rush to it while Darkseid is distracted. Suddenly, the Batwoman who laughs emerges from a portal also chasing the crack, then proceeded in attacking the Justice Incarnate. Using her golden gauntlet that bears an unsettling resemblance to Marvel's Infinity Gauntlet, she reaches the crack as Darkseid kills Asmodel. Like a well-designed magnet, the crack gradually approached Batwoman. The Shida Queen tried to stop her, but she was successful in obtaining the multiversal crack. In a very desperate move, Dr. Multiverse attempts to once again destabilize the crack and send it to another universe beyond either of their reach, which accidentally sent everyone to different Earths and locations, including Batwoman who laughs. Meanwhile, in the House of Heroes, the heroes are being attacked by parademons and Darkseid's army. Orion managed to get the house moving, and the Justice League Incarnate prepared to ventilate the decks to flush out the parademons. However, the Batwoman who laughs appeared on the bridge, sent there by Dr. Multiverse's attempt to move the crack. She blasts Orion, who loses control of the house, sending it careening through the bleed, and to make matters worse, Grail and Calibac manage to break through the doors into the bridge, leading their parademons to attack the heroes. With a full-scale battle broken out in the house with Batwoman and Darkseid's army fighting the Justice Incarnate, Dinocop activates the house's self-destruct mode to keep its technology out of Darkseid's hands. They were all then transported to Earth 7. Realizing that she failed and that she has no use of the others, Batwoman boomed out of Earth 7 using her Golden Gauntlet. She later became trapped in Danny the World, ally of the Doom Patrol, inside the Bleed, where she eventually met the villain General Immortus. Dane of Elysium is the Wonderous Man, a male version of Wonder Woman in Earth 11. In the New 52 version of Earth 11, he is the champion of the male Amazons of Elysium and a former member of the Earth 11's Justice Guild. Wondrous Man was also once mentor to Donald Troy, the Wondrous Boy. During the battle against the Gentry, Justice Guild members Batwoman, Superwoman, and Wondrous Man were brought to the House of Heroes together with the heroes of the multiverse. Wondrous Man was stripped of his post from the Justice Guild and was exiled, being held prisoner for years in a cell inside the Hall of Justice, accused of attempted genocide for trying to overthrow the Earth 11 matriarchy, fighting neglect, marginalization, and abuse suffered by men, in his words, by the corruption of women. Wonder Woman of Earth Zero, together with her friends Siegfried and Ratatosk, were pursuing the future version of the Roman god Janus, and they both somehow ended up on Earth 11. Wonder Woman met the members of the Justice Guild of Earth 11 and explained to them that Janus is a huge threat to the multiverse and she hasn't found a way to stop her yet. Meanwhile, Janus helped Dane, now called Wonder Man, escape from his prison kennel so they can both attack the Justice Guild. Wonder Man proceeded in attacking the Justice Guild and most of the members had a difficult challenge in defeating him. He quickly punched Superwoman and Batwoman's batarangs were nothing for him. Using his lasso, Wonder Man stole Aquawoman's trident and used it to battle and hit Siegfried. Sapphire attempted to hold Wonder Man with her light construct, but Wonder Man was still too powerful for her. Afraid that civilians would get hurt, Superwoman evacuated the civilians from the building, but everyone was still failing. That is, until Wonder Woman of Earth Zero intervened and punched Wonder Man to outbalance him. Wonder Woman then used the Valkyrie lasso of Earth 10 to disarm Wonder Man further, and with the lasso's command, pronounced that Dane will no longer have his title. Wonder Man fell and was dreadfully defeated. However, Janus appeared right after and fought Wonder Woman. Janus then opened a new dimensional portal, taking Deadman captive, then left Wonder Man in Earth 11. In the countdown version of Earth 11, Dane was banished from Woman's World when he killed Maxine Lord on national television for mind-controlling Superwoman in her nefarious ends. In response to his banishment, Dane and his male Amazons of Elysium invaded the United States and battled Earth 11's Justice League, the Freedom Fighters, and Atlantis' army. In the battle, Dane also summoned the Greek titans of myth, Hyperion and Phoebus, both also gender-reversed versions of their mythological counterparts, into the fray. Wonder Man was very powerful even for the Green Lantern of this Earth. Still, he explained to Batwoman that if he didn't kill Maxine Lord, her mind control of Superwoman could have killed them all. Nevertheless, Batwoman reminded him that the League doesn't kill. Hyperion was taken down by Red Tornado, Firestorm, and Plastic Woman. Wonder Man continued to fight the League. Dane was eventually defeated by Superwoman when she punched him into Phoebus, thus eliminating the Titan, and the Atom then shut down Wonder Man's brain from inside his body. He was then set on fire by the female Etrigan. All the male Amazons were then subdued by the heroes while still being careful not to cause any permanent injury to the Amazonians. Next, we have the female version of Superman. Superwoman was born on Krypton and has Earth 11 as her second home. The Woman of Steel has decided to base her headquarters on the isolated Isle of Metal in the Bermuda Triangle, which is called the Fortress of Tranquility, where she keeps the lingering memories of her Kryptonian heritage. The Isle of Metal is an unpopulated subtropical paradise. Explorers after the War of 1945 discovered it but was unable to leave. In 2004, Superwoman rediscovered it and brought her home there. At some point, Superwoman had a daughter named Laurel with Louise Lane. Years later, she trained her to be the hero known as Supergirl. The duo Superwoman and Batwoman are known as the world's finest. Superwoman was among the many supermen of the multiverse who were kidnapped by the Prophecy to steal their powers, but they were freed by the Justice Incarnate. In the Countdown Earth 11 version, Superwoman acts as the leader of the Justice League. Sometime after, Superwoman was mind-controlled by their reality's Maxine Lord. She was about to kill many heroes in Earth 11, but Wonder Man killed Maxine Lord. In return, the Justice League banished Wonder Man to Elysium. In retaliation, Wonder Man attacked the US, and Superwoman asked him to stop his attack as innocent people are getting hurt. Nevertheless, Superwoman defeated him. On one of the adventures of Batman, Batman was accidentally boom-tubed to Earth 11's Gotham City, where he is confronted by female versions of Superman and himself in an alley. He recognizes Batwoman as Helena Wayne. He quickly explains himself and asks if they have access to boom tubes. He is knocked out by Superlad, who prematurely attacked him before hearing the whole story. The trio return to Batwoman's Batcave with Batman in tow. Later, Batman wakes up and Batwoman informs him that she did some DNA tests and that her and Batman's DNA are identical. Batman asks for a mother box, and Batwoman and Superwoman told him that they don't have one, but they know someone who does. A boom tube opens and Miss Miracle and Big Bard came through. What they didn't know was this was the plan of the Joker and Mr. Mxyzptlk. The Joker and Mr. Mxyzptlk are pitting various teams against other fighters. So they chose a team from the Maximum's reality, then opened the boom tube that sent Batman, Batwoman, Superwoman, Superlad, Miss Miracle, and Big Bard through. The Maximums attack them and a massive brawl begins. Each opponent takes another opponent and everyone begins pairing off. Batman kicks over Robot just as Joker shoots at Batman. Bat-Zaro comes out of nowhere and dives in front of Batman, taking the bullet for him. As Batman holds Bat-Zaro's limp form, Bat-Zaro says a few words to Batman and then dies. Batman angrily turns on Joker, who tells Batman that he'll kill every Batman ever before the night is out. Earth 11 Atom is a female version of Ray Palmer. One day, the Atom met the new Earth Ray Palmer, who gave her a Palmer mark in case of an emergency. When Wonder Man invaded Earth, she helped the Justice League and shot down Wonder Man's brain. She explained to the challengers from beyond, visitors from New Earth that consisted of Kyle Rayner, Jason Todd, the Monitor, and Donna Troy, that she met Ray Palmer, but he is long gone. She also revealed Ray Palmer gave her a Palmer symbol and made her promise not to tell anyone of his location, even to her own teammates. And of course, she kept that promise. Flash in the Countdown version, the female version of Flash bravely fought the male Amazons led by Wonder Man when they tried to attack the US. She reminded Red Tornado that they should not hurt the army of Wonder Man and just leave them busy. In the New 52 version, this female Flash was also a member of the Justice Guild, and she is Jessie Quick, the fastest gal alive. She is the mentor of her nibbling Kid Quick, and just like them, she uses the formula 3x2 open parenthesis 9yz close parenthesis 4a to access the Speed Force, and also the counter formula z25y2ab6 for the opposite effect, which is enough that the formulas are said or heard to have resulted. Jessie Quick also brought the Colonel Sanders of the Multiverse to resolve their forgotten ingredients crisis. Arla Sanders is the KFC icon of Earth 11. In the KFC Crisis of Infinite Kernels published in 2016, Earth 3 Colonel Sander erased the memories of the chicken ingredients from the minds of the multiversal KFC kernels, each of them only remembering one different ingredient than the other. Colonel of Earth 1 can only remember the second of the 11 secret herbs and spices, while Colonel of Earth 11 can only remember the first. So, Colonel Arla Sanders brought Jessie Quick and her cosmic treadmill to find the other kernels of the multiverse to find and remember the other secret ingredients. With all of the kernels gathered, they are now called the Kernel Core. Of course, they realized that the problem is in Earth 3, so they went there and defeated their evil versions, including Colonel Grodd. Starrla, the Star Conqueress, female version of Starro, is an alien conqueror and enemy to the Justice Guild and Team Justice. She possessed the minds of the leaders and members of the Justice Guild on Earth 11's New Year's Eve in an attempt to conquer the planet, forcing the team's sidekicks to unite to stop their mentors. That eventually pushed for the creation of the Team Justice. Starrla grafted herself onto Aquawoman first, then sent drones after the others. Supergirl and Robin were the first two respondents and battled the possessed Aquawoman and Star Sapphire. Kid Quake tried to help, but he was immediately ensnared by the possessed Batwoman. Klarienne successfully knocked Superwoman and Batwoman unconscious, and she noticed that the possessed Starrla was not using his backward magic. Klarienne also noticed that the Flash is somewhat fighting the mind control. Aquagirl created a dome to protect the sidekicks. Kid Quick turned off the Flash's powers but also caused for his own powers to be turned off as well. Robin asked Kid Quick to turn back on his power and obtain Aquawoman's staff, while Klarienne, Supergirl, and the others distracted the guild. Once Aquagirl grabbed the staff, she used its electric powers to electrocute the Starrla drones and render them useless. This also freed the heroes from Starrla's possession. Then, Zatara used his backward magic to restore the New Year celebration. Carol Jordan is the star Sapphire of the Justice Guild of Earth-11, the love interest of the Green Lantern in most other worlds of the multiverse. She and Hal Ferris, the Hal Jordan from her world, had a relationship but they broke up. Because she came from a matriarchal universe, she believes men are the damsels that needs saving. She even thinks that men should not be threatened by women. Although from Earth-11, her first appearance was in Earth-15 when Sir Zundernel, the Golden Lantern guardian of the Cosmic Grail, trapped the Green Lanterns of the multiverse. Carol was able to avoid the fake distress call hailed by Zundernel, but still went to Earth-15 where she found Hal Jordan, Green Lantern of Earth-1. Zundernel's plan is to collect the Green Lanterns of the multiverse, put them to sleep for a future war he is preparing for. Zundernel mind-controlled the other Green Lanterns to attack Carol and Hal. Nevertheless, Carol's plan is to inspire love for Zundernel, so she fixed the lantern of Earth-9 Green Lantern, who then revived Glyptus from the dead. Glyptus is Zundernel's faithful squire whom he shared love with. With this distraction, the Green Lanterns were able to attack and apprehend Zundernel. Carol's belief for love conquers all, and her lessons from the book of Don Quixote helped her create the distraction to save the Green Lanterns of the multiverse. Sometime after, Zundernel was found in Earth-51 and then kept in Planet Ugo of Universe 11, aka Earth-11, and he was visited by Carol Jordan and the Green Lantern of Earth-6, Leonard Lewis. They were alarmed by the sudden awakening of Zundernel, who kept speaking about the beginning of the multi-crisis, a war across all wavelengths, and the return of the Nomad Empire. Zundernel then flew away, and Carol realized that Zundernel might start to target Green Lanterns once more. So she went to Earth-0 and implanted Hal Ferris, Green Lantern of Earth-11, in Earth-0 to protect Carol Ferris of Earth-0. However, obsessed with male traditions and still thinking he is in Earth-11, he proposed to Carol of Earth-0. Meanwhile, Carol of Earth-11 took Hal Jordan, Green Lantern of Earth-0, and brought him to Earth-11 so Zundernel, now called the Golden Destroyer, would not go to Earth-0. Upon arriving on Earth-11, they saw the moon was attacked by the Destroyer and was about to attack Earth-11 as well. Starboy and Marsha Manhunter were the first responders to take care of the moon. Carol kissed Hal to draw Zundernel's attention away from Carol of Earth-0. Realizing that Hal Ferris was not from Earth-0, Carol of Earth-0 brought him to Earth-11 and declared war on Earth-11. However, she was immediately caught by Zundernel, and Carol of Earth-11 was unaware that there was a star Sapphire on Earth-0. As it turned out, Zundernel is a machine of the Nomad Empire that lost its emotions and was programmed to attack Earths with love teams of the Green Lanterns and Star Sapphires. Realizing that it targets love and will, and that it was human once before, Carol of Earth-11 and Carol of Earth-0 combined their violet powers of love to confuse it and caused it to self-detonate. After that, Carol of Earth-11 made an offer to Hal Jordan of Earth-0 for them to team up as they were very similar. Hal Jordan of Earth-0 declined as he loved the Carol of Earth-0. The home of the Star Sapphires is called Domus Amoris, that has flying drones that can protect the land from intruders using their love lockdown. Their code is for hearts long lost and full of fright. For those alone in blackest night, accept our ring and join our fight. Love conquers all with violet light. Carol is also a member of the Justice Guild and helped in the apprehension of their enemy, Dane, the Wonder Man of Earth-11. Hal Ferris, Earth-11 version of Hal Jordan, is a chosen son in Earth-11 and serves the Green Lantern Patrolmen. He is obsessed with marriage as he wants to make an honest woman out of marriage. The Green Lantern ring seems to be always whispering hateful, aggravating words to Hal. Hal is a typical insecure and jealous male of Earth 11, always playing the victim card. He and Star Sapphire, Carol Jordan, had a relationship, but they broke up. Being a man of old-fashioned ideals, he was obsessed with marriage, wanting to force Carol to become his bride and make her an honest woman. Despite this, Carol does not consider him a bad guy, but mostly harmless. This made him suitable to be the chosen son of the Earth by the patrons of the Pancosmos, who awarded him the Green Lantern ring and made him one of the members of the Green Lantern Patrolmen, who embodied the patrons' belief in the innate superiority of men. He forcefully kissed Carol Ferris of Earth Zero that pushed her to release the hateful Star Sapphire within her. Hal eventually joined a splinter faction of the Patrolmen led by Sinestro, hoping to prevent them from doing something terrible from within. He failed, however, and was eventually slain. His body left in the sublevel of Domus Amoris, home of the Star Sapphires, until discovered by Aquagirl. Aquagirl was able to learn of his fate through a message he left behind in his ring. Aquagirl, now wearing the ring and stepping on a pond full of rings, she saw the recorded messages of Hal. She saw that the Sapphires were planning to make peace and unite the whole light spectrum. They made peace with the Yellow Lanterns. They were also successful in the Red Lanterns in Grayskull. The Blues and Indigos required serious diplomacy, and bribing the Oranges were done as well. The toughest of all were the Green Lanterns. The Greens never liked the Sapphires, and a new radical faction had dangerous ideas. Hal joined this faction hoping to stop them but failed. Carol never knew this as the Sapphires kept her in the dark because of her love for Hal. Carol Jordan mourned for Hal and a service was held for Hal's memory. Other members of the Green Lantern Patrolmen in Earth 11 are Chipolita, Kyle Divot, Stella of Grinda, Sinestro, and Kilowog. Sinestro masqueraded as Sister Blood, Minister of the Church of Blood, and Kilowog as her main technologist and muscle. Meanwhile, the other members of Sinestro's faction also helps in the church. The Church of Blood provides food and shelter for its believers. They use love bombing and shower someone with affection and attention to manipulate them. The church gives them a sense of belonging that they've always wanted so that they will never leave. The church encourages shared responsibilities and making them feel that someone cares for them and what they're doing. The Teen Justice infiltrated the church and discovered that it has reinforced superstructure dating from the 50s and bomb shelter in the basement that causes radio silence. However, the church somehow managed to separate the physical body and the astral form of Raven, which is weakening him. Soon, Kilowog caught Troy and Raven and used his gadget to absorb the astral form of Raven. Troy used his silver lasso against Kilowog. He gave Kilowog a good fight, but Kilowog easily kicks him away and then was blasted unconscious by Green Lantern Kyle. The entire Teen Justice then went inside the sub-basement of the church and they were met by the combatants of the church. Robin, Troy, and Kid Quick tried to hide with a member, but Kyle pulverized this member and proceeded in assaulting them. Supergirl and the others appeared from below and fought Kyle. Stella of Grinda helped by fighting Klarienne. Kid Quick broke the tube that contained Raven's astral form and Raven transported the Teen Justice to Central Park before they were exterminated by the Green Lanterns. It is later revealed that the Green Lanterns would use the church members and absorb their energy to power their rings, and that Kilowog's machine will be used to absorb the energy of many people wearing their church bands simultaneously. They were also planning to select one of their members to become the Dark Star. Eventually, Sinestro absorbed Kid Quick's energy and overpowered the entire team. Sinestro also absorbed the astral form of Raven. She became very powerful when she absorbed her teammates' energies and easily shoved Troy and Supergirl away. However, Sinestro was given a surprise attack from Georgia Gardner, who now possesses the ring of Hal Ferris. Earth 11 also has a female version of the Martian Manhunter, and her name is Marsha Manhunter. In the Countdown version, she monitors the OMAC satellite together with Batwoman. In the New 52 version, she questioned the appearance of Wonder Woman of Earth Zero and asked her why she is dressed like Wonder Man. Wonder Woman allowed her to read her mind. She helped Wonder Woman understand her situation on Earth 11 and introduced her to the Justice Guild. She also explained to Wonder Woman and her companions that they call Earth Zero as Earth 11 and their Earth as Earth. Now let's talk about the members of the Teen Justice. First is Supergirl. Laurel Kent, aka Supergirl, is the daughter of Superwoman. Like any Kryptonian, Supergirl has solar radiation absorption that gives her extreme strength, speed, durability, flight, heat vision, and super senses. Supergirl can also freeze targets with her breath. During the Starrla invasion, Supergirl and Robin were the first fighters against the possessed Justice Guild members. Superwoman's pointed disapproval of Laurel hanging out so much with Robin is a remarkable point, and for some reason, Supergirl's father don't like their daughter spending her time with Robin. Being the daughter of Batwoman and Ali Al Ghul, Talia Wayne, aka Robin, was trained as a tactical leader. So, when Starrla the Star Conquerors invaded, who dominated the minds of the members of the Justice Guild, it was Robin who came up with the plan that enabled the Team Justice to defeat the evil space starfish. Supergirl and Robin are suggested to effectively work as this world's version of the Super Daughters. Like any Robin, Talia is remarkably good at many hand-to-hand combat skills. She has outstanding acrobatics, lockpicking, tactical analysis, and leadership skills. Her equipment include a batrope, a battle staff that can release electrical charges, and a utility belt. Being the main hard-headed strategist of the team, Talia would usually quarrel with Aquagirl as Aquagirl stands as the decisive leader of the group. Jess Chambers, better known as Kid Quick, is gender fluid and uses they/them pronouns. Kid Quick is the version of Kid Flash on Earth 11 with a combination of Jesse Quick. Kid Quick is a nibbling of Justice Guild's Jesse Quick, and they both use the formula 3x2 9yz4a to access the Speed Force and also the counter formula Z25y2ab6 for the opposite effect. The Speed Force is a mysterious cosmic force that pushes time and space itself forward. As a conduit of the Speed Force, all aspects of Kid Quick's physiology are accelerated and enhanced. The Speed Force manifests as an aura around Jess and whatever they are carrying, protecting them from adverse effects of their speed, such as friction with the air. Jess is capable of moving at incredible superhuman speeds that is faster than Superwoman. Jess's reflexes are heightened immeasurably, allowing them to dodge or react faster than normal. As a conduit of the Speed Force, Jess's body generates large amounts of electrical energy that they draw from the Speed Force. This Speed Force lightning emanates off of them, especially when moving at superhuman speed. Jess can also phase through solid matter with the right vibrations. With vibrations, Jess can also determine which Earth they are in. Jess can use their speed to augment their strength. They have been able to rip Starrla in two, snap Kyle DeWitt's limbs without much effort, and knock down Kilowog with a single blow. Jess is also allergic to cats. During a pride parade, Kid Quick stopped Shimmer from stealing the goggles of Dr. Midnight as they were on display. As the rest of the Fearsome Five showed up, Jess received backup from Team Justice, but Gizmo has already activated the shadow power of Dr. Midnight's goggles, which was quickly enveloping the area with darkness. The Team Justice helped him fight the Fearsome Five. Following the fight, the team briefly met Raven before he disappeared. The team will go on to rescue Dr. Shyla Stone from members of Hive. During this mission, Jess also rescued a girl named Georgia. During a team-building exercise, Team Justice discovered that Supergirl and Robin went on a mission to patrol Star Labs, where they were attacked by thunder and lightning. After sending Troy and Raven undercover to become members of the Church of Blood, Kid Quick and most of Team Justice traveled to the island nation of Zandia, where Jess found a bunch of corpses on the island which were actually kids that rapidly aged. Team Justice then encountered Thunder and Lightning, who helped them travel across Zandia and discovered that the original leaders of the Church of Blood died, leaving into question who was running the church now. Later, Kid Quick developed the ability to travel in different realities and help Jules Jordan, aka Circuit Breaker of a different Earth, who has the power of the Steel Force, in understanding his powers. Raven, a male version of Rachel Roth in Earth 11, is a young hero who has refused multiple invitations to join the Team Justice. His powers are as mysterious as well as his own origins. His powers has a connection to mystic energies, access the emotions of others, and an ability to see things others cannot. Raven identifies as gay. Raven is also a love interest of Donald Troy, who has brought Raven into closer contact with the new team of heroes, but he remains steadfast in his refusal to join and even more determined to keep his reasons for not joining to himself. Like Raven of Earth Zero, this Raven also speaks the words Azarat Methrion Zintos to release his powerful, dark, explosive, magical energy. Raven possesses a great degree of supernatural and magical powers and abilities he has inherited from an unknown source. He has astral manipulation. He has an innately powerful and skilled astral manipulator and projector who is able to project his soul self from his physical body and into the physical or astral planes of existence and manipulate the energies from the astral plane itself. Raven is also a powerful empath, enabling him to sense, read, and manipulate the state of nearby beings, including their emotional state, objectives, truthfulness, and mental illnesses. Raven is also a precog, where he has visions of possible futures, and he was the one who informed the team about the possible danger within the Church of Blood. Raven can project blasts of magical energy from his hands. Klarienne has observed that even without his soul self, he still possesses serious power. Raven can also teleport himself and others over great distances. However, once he teleported the team, he inadvertently shared to them his visions. In the climax of the team's fight against Sinestra, Raven sacrificed his life to save Kid Quick. Jacqui Hyde is the Aquagirl of Earth 11. Her Atlantean physiology gives her amphibious characteristics and superhuman durability. During a sparring session with Supergirl, she was hit with enough strength to leave cracked imprints of her body in a lighthouse and showed no damage to her. Later in their sparring, she was also frozen solid by Supergirl's Arctic breath and emerged from the ice undamaged. Aquagirl is strong enough to free herself from a block of ice imprisoning her after being frozen solid. She is also capable of electrokinesis and electroblasts. Aquagirl can create a spheric force field with her electric powers. This force field is strong enough to resist for a prolonged period of time the combined assault of Sapphire and Aquawoman. Aquagirl can mentally manipulate water or hydrokinesis that she can practically drown anyone even when they're on land. And she can also sense nearby bodies of waters. She can also use this ability on other planets. Her teleportation skill includes opening paths between distant places, including planets through water. Like Aquawoman, Aquagirl dehydrates at a faster rate than humans. Klarienne the Witch Girl is the version of Klarion the Witch Boy on Earth 11. Klarienne is a powerful magician tutored in the mystical arts by Starrla. Starrla took her in as a student not just because of her powers but also because of her instincts. Starrla would always remind her of the importance of teamwork despite her powers. She can release a blast of magical energy strong enough to knock back Superwoman and Batwoman while they were controlled by Starrla. She has flight and can negate other people's magical abilities as she did with her mentor. She can telekinetically lift and move people in the air and mentally control other objects. She can generate defensive force fields and can hide and summon her cat Tickle back. She also has magnetic manipulation when she turned the body of a robotic Renton in a magnet, and she is an expert in occultism. The combined powers of Klarienne and Kid Quick allowed the team to open the barriers of the Church of Blood. She alone initially took down Superwoman and Batwoman at the same time, but the effects of her magic would not last long as she focused mainly on blocking the powers of her mentor Starrla, so that he would not use his backward magics to end the fight in favor of Starrla the Star Conqueress, who kept the Justice Guild under her mental control. Klarienne had a crush on Kid Quick, but she lost interest in them when they were shown to be allergic to cats by getting close to Tickle, her cat, who is actually her familiar that can turn into a huge cat monster. Donald Troy, formerly known as Wonderous Boy, is the love interest of Raven. Wondrous Man from the Justice Guild is his mentor, but even Batwoman and the world's greatest detective was never able to make sense of his background since his memories are fuzzy. Robin hinted that Donald Troy has just as convoluted of a backstory as the core DC Universe version of Donald Troy has. Donald was raised by the Amazons on Elysium Island. He seems to be one of the most experienced members of the Team Justice, and his lasso is similar to Wondrous Man's power of truth. When the showwoman Stephanie Lombard suggested that the new super team would be called Junior Justice Guild, Donald was the first to object to this, revealing how he also considered Wondrous Boy a bad name. The team even has an older veteran in the form of Donald Troy, who could serve a similar experience role to his new teammates, that other formerly established Titans have done with younger rosters in the past. Donald Troy's power include divine empowerment, superhuman strength, super stamina, and speed. Donald is strong enough to lift a car. During his fight with Kilowog, he could match the super strong ball of action blow for blow. His equipment include the bracelets of submission, a golden lasso that is powerful enough to undo Starrla's mental control over Batwoman, a silver lasso, his second lariat that compels truth, and of course, he also has an invisible jet. Other characters in Earth 11 are a male version of Black Canary, a female version of Luthor who was being helped by Superwoman in testing her new prototype armor, Olivia Queen, female version of the Green Arrow, Plastic Woman, a female Blue Beetle, a female Red Tornado, Kylie Rayner, female version of the Green Lantern Kyle Rayner, Super Lad, Miss Miracle and Big Bard, reversed gender versions of Mr. Miracle and Big Barda, Zatara, the mentor of Klarienne, the Witch Girl, Sister Terrific, female version of Mr. Terrific, whose T-spheres can create space-time distortions and scalar forces, Starboy, male version of Stargirl, Thunder and Lightning spying against Star Labs, Dr. Shyla Stone being hunted by the Hive for a tech she is bringing to Star Labs. Her daughter is named Vicky. Her research is focused on turning biological energy into transmissible form. A clone of Superwoman called Supergirl 1, a female Doomsday, a female Bane who previously broke Batwoman's back, a female cyborg Superman, Georgia Gigi Gardner, a female version of Guy Gardner, who was also known as Warrior and used a Guardian power ring, a female Eradicator and a female Steel, and Golden Age heroes Jesse Quick and Liberty Bill and Maxine Mercury. And of course, the Freedom Fighters that consisted of Black Condor, a female version of Black Condor, Columbia, the female version of Uncle Sam, Demon, the female version of Etrigan, Human Bomb, a female version of Human Bomb, Phantom Man, a male version of Phantom Lady, and a female version of Ray. We also have the members of the Fearsome Five, Shimmer, aka Sebastian Flanders, an Australian with the powers to transmute elements for limited time periods, Mammoth, sister of Shimmer, Siren, psychic and sound manipulator, Jinx, elemental powers, and Gizmo, tech genius. So what do you think of Earth 11 heroes? Did you think there was enough backstory on how the women took over this reality? How about the Teen Justice stories? Did you think DC was too woke for this team and for this reality? Do you have any suggestions of a character that you would want to see in its reversed gender illustration? Like always, thank you for supporting this channel and our videos.